I'm not happy. I am not happy, ladies and gentlemen. Wanna know the reason why I'm happy? Because I need to rant. Today on Leo's High View, my rant is all about Flash series. Why the creators decide to quit on them, and why people should leave well enough alone and stop bitching and complaining about this shit. Also, please note, warning, this episode of Leo's High View is going to have very strong language in it that may not be suitable for children. I apologize in advance, and I'm not going to censor myself. No. Also on Leo's High View, Recolors. Why they're bullshit, and why people need to stop doing them because it's not art, especially copying off of other people's art and coloring over them. So let's do this thing, shall we? Roll the intro. Okay, first things first, let's just get this out of the way. First topic, Flash series, and the creators who choose to, well, move on with their lives and end them. That's the first topic right here. Excuse the shaking and everything. Okay, first topic on hand, Flash animations, and the people who quit them and decide to move on with their lives. Flash animations are probably one of the best type of media that the internet can offer to many, whether it ranges from Flash animations such as games, or little videos, or fan-made creations such as Sonic Flash animations to Mario, to parodies and stuff like that. Even Newgrounds.com basically has what I'm talking about in a way. But recently, as many of you know, about a year and a half ago or so, the creator of Super Mario Bros. Z, Mark Haynes, aka Alvin Earthworm, decided to cancel his series and move on with his life to pursue more important things. Mark, or as you know, of course, said that he decided to just move on with his life and pursue more important things. And because he got basically tired of trying to do sprite animation for Super Mario Bros. Z, he just decided to move on and everything. Understandable. But of course, as you know, people just aren't satisfied with somebody who decides to quit their animations and everything. They aren't happy with it. So of course, as usual, a bunch of fan fools, or people who just aren't satisfied with this sort of thing happening, decided to get on his video channel, or his page, and decided to rant about it, saying things like, "How dare you quit this Flash animation? This was the best thing ever! How could you run out of ideas, you sorry son of a bitch?" Or something like that. And, "Get back to making the Flash animation! Don't you dare quit on me, otherwise you lose me not just as a DA fan, but as an art. You not just lose me as an artist, but as a friend," and crap like that. Or, "Fuck you! Fuck Super Mario Bros. Z! I can't believe you quit it! Screw your page! I'm out of here! There are better things to do with." Or the important fans to say, "Well, shoot! It sucks that you're quitting the series and everything. I can understand you're running out of ideas and everything. But this just comes off as shocking and everything. I'm sorry that you decided to quit your Flash animation, and I wish you best of luck in your future endeavors and everything." Now that is a fan right there who has loved the series so far and is happy with what happened, and they're not going to bitch and complain about it and everything. They wish the artists the best of luck in their future endeavors, and they say, well, RIP Flash animation, or Super Mario Bros. Z, or whatever this animation is called and everything, and that's it pretty much. But some people just can't leave well enough alone. They try to make mockery flash-ups or their own little fan-made animations to fix up whatever the artist didn't make. For instance, one person actually tried to continue on from where Super Mario Bros. Z left off, where Mario got poisoned by Captain Basilisk. I watched the animation, and so did Mark. His opinion about it? It fucking sucked. Like, this is why I chose not to give people Super Mario Bros. Z. Give Super Mario Bros. Z to somebody else. It was because of crappy Flash animations like this. It's pathetic. Anyway, back onto the topic at hand. Here's something important. Recently, a good friend of mine, who's a pretty good Flash animator, announced that he would retire from his Flash series, though it's sad to see his Flash animation go and everything, especially because I helped out on small parts of it and everything. It was his decision to leave it behind. He did give the final episode to a trustworthy friend to make a new episode and finish up where that part is, after that closed the book on it, but there's a problem with that. Recently, I learned from him that he got a link from someone who's literally doing his series without his naysay, and he really doesn't want anyone taking over, period. So basically, this video is basically for him and for anyone who just can't leave well enough alone. Stop trying to copy other people's work and stuff like that, because it's bullshit and you're not really making art. Why is it that whenever a Flash series becomes so popular and the creator decides to quit it and move on with their lives even without giving it to someone else, people have to be fanbrats or whores about the situation and try to steal that person's artwork or copy off of it with no reason needed or anything like that. If the creator wants the series to end or hang on a cliffhanger or something like that, and move on with better things in their life because they decided that they don't want to do Flash animation anymore, or they're just tired of doing stuff like this, then leave it as it is, basically. Stop trying to copy other people's work. Seriously. Now, back to Mark Haynes, aka Alvin Earthworm. Much love and respect to you, of course. He chose to quit his series with good intentions and move on to better things. This is the same type of thing with my old RPG Maker project, if you guys remember, Project Final Fantasy Sage or Project Sage Muriami. I chose to quit on that after a while because I decided I can't do this anymore. I gotta move on with my life and pursue other important things in life. It just makes me sick how people can be such douchebags and unoriginal with things like Flash animations and stuff like that. And I've seen plenty of crappy Flash animations, believe me. I've seen plenty of them. I wish I could go on a list about which ones I've seen that are pretty crappy or that might copy off of other series, but you guys will have to find that out for yourself, unfortunately. But basically, here's my important thing about it. To my friend and everything, leave his Flash animation alone. Stop hounding him about, finish it, you sorry sack of shit, or something like that. Stop saying that you're gonna quit the series and everything. Just finish it already. Don't give it to this other person or something like that. You know what I say about that? I say, bullshit. Leave well enough alone. If that person wants the series to end, then let it end. Let them move on with their lives. Find something else to do with your life. Just because Flash animation is probably one of the best type of animations you can possibly see on the internet and everything doesn't mean that it's the biggest pot of gold from a leprechaun that you can find on the street or anything like that. I don't know why I made that up, but just leave well enough alone, basically. I'm serious. There's no need to act like douchebags or fags or anything like that, because you become a big fan of such a series in such a long time, and you're so anxious for the next episode that you just I don't know. But basically, that's my first two cents of the whole entire thing. Now I'm going to read some posts that a few of my friends made on my little rant one time. Anyway, here we are. Alrighty, and here we go. Here's what one person said. I haven't danced around in the Sonic fandom for a long time. I do remember when I made my character, and she was clearly an Amy Rose recolor. But at least I did manage to draw that color, and I did change a few things on her. I didn't post on DA mainly because I didn't have an account at the time, and I do know exactly how bad the Sonic fandom hates recolors, and they still do to this very day. Well, another person said, I understand how you feel about this type of thing, but some people need a lot of help making an OC. when they are not very creative and finally make something, even if it's a recolor, they grow proud of it and put it up for the world to see. Stealing is one thing, but trying to be creative is another. Plus, some people can't draw well enough. We don't need to be bashing a series, calling it an illness. Yes, the My Little Pony craziness got out of hand, but I've noticed it has died down recently. I'm not a fan, but I have watched a few episodes. And one person said, "Dude, I feel you right there. I have seen so many damn Sonic OCs, especially with people recoloring over other people's artwork and stuff like that, that they're just a bunch of horny teens with a damn fandom that doesn't really matter, like the My Little Pony syndrome and everything." Oh yeah, this is also part of the Sonic recolor thing, which I'm getting into right now. People need to stop trying to force it upon us. It's one thing to create your own unique fan character, but if you steal other people's artwork and or Flash series and you decide to copy off of them and make it your own and everything, then that's not art. That's just bullshit. Thank you. Thank you. It just amazes me how unoriginal some people can be these days, especially when they see a Flash series die out and they decide, "Oh no, the Flash series has died out. Don't say you're gonna quit it. You can keep making it. I'm sure you can come up with better ideas." But if that person wants this to end, then let it end. Anyway, now we're gonna... I'm gonna move on to the next topic. Sonic recolors, basically. Recolors. The bane of any fandom ranging from Sonic to Mario or to anything else. Also, the source and, of course, the common, whatchamacallit, of art theft. Prime examples of recolors are official Sega or Sonic art recolored over by changing the color, adding some hair, adding some spines, changing the eye color, and voila! Your own stolen, crappy, original fan character. And no, much like Chakra X's Flash animation, that character is not a sexy piece of ass. A prime example of a recolor, exactly, is this image right here. Look at this Amy Rose fan-made recolor. You see how that person changed the color of their eyes, their dress, their mouth, and their hair and everything, while keeping the original Sonic X art intact and everything? This is a recolor at its finest, ladies and gentlemen, and it pisses me off seeing stuff like this. It makes my eyes want to bleed just seeing crap like this get posted on DA without DA's administrator or anything like that doing shit about it. Here's another example. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Look at this Cream the Rabbit and Cheese the Child recolor right here. They completely colored over Cream's fur, dress, and shoes and colored over Cheese. What the hell is this? And this is another example of an art piece that got posted on DA. Excuse the earlier interruption. But this is another fine example of a Sonic X recolor right here, where a person took a Sonic X screenshot, changed the color of that character's hair, its clothes, shoes, and other various things. Look at this shit. This is not art. This is art theft at its finest. Well, we'll get to real art theft in a little bit, but you can see what I'm going at right here. This is another fine picture that makes my eyes want to bleed. And here's a fine example of art theft at its finest. Lisa Jewel the Hedgehog. Recognize this piece of art right here? This was actually a stolen piece of artwork from someone on DA. This person actually took the time to recolor Amy Rose's hair, change her dress color, change the fur, and of course put that character's name up there. Here's a fine example of an art thief at its finest right here. This person did not draw this character, this Amy Rose picture, and recolor it or anything. Well, of course they recolored it, but they did not draw this. They basically took this person's precious artwork that they worked so hard on and they recolored it. They changed her hair to purple and blue and changed her dress to black, and they even put that character's name right there on the screen. Why the fuck do people do this shit? Why do fan brats and whores and other people do this kind of shit? Is it because they're not talented, or they just can't draw or anything like that? Why the fuck do people do this kind of shit? I'm serious. You have no idea how much a friend of mine and me are tired of this bullshit. I can't even fathom up the right words in order to make it right, but here's another fine example of a recolor right here. Look at this Tails recolor here from Sonic X. They changed Tails' hair and color, and they gave him female eyelashes. This is not how you do art, ladies and gentlemen. This is art theft. This is not how you do art. This is bullshit. You did not draw this. All you did was recolor over it. I am sick of seeing this shit like this posted on DA and stuff, and I know my friend, who is also a furry artist, or by the way, and a very damn good one, is tired of seeing this shit. It basically makes her eyes want to bleed out when she sees stuff like this. And here's another fine example of a recolor at its spot. Here's the final example of another recolor which is from stolen art. Look at this Amy Rose picture right here. This was actually stolen from some fan site and recolored over. They gave Amy a different bikini or lingerie, and they completely changed her fur and hair color, and her eyes too, and darkened her hair skin, and her arm bracelet. Who in their right mind thinks that this is art and that they can get away with this? Because I can't even fathom up the words to actually explain exactly how much this is raging on inside my head right now. This is not art, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't even good artwork. This fucking blows! I'm serious. This fucking blows. Let me quote a friend who once said something to me. Here's a quote from a friend of mine. Every time you favorite this without checking the rest of my gallery, God kills a kitten. Please think of the kittens, basically. And I'm not kidding, he actually said that. But anyway, here's the important thing. As much as you like that stupid Naruto fan picture or something you found with Google, or how cool that Sonic sprite set might look, changing their colors does not make them your art nor your original characters. Turning Sonic's fur fire red or something and choose black with MSN Paint or something and giving him stupid names like Fire the Hedgehog is not only really lame and unoriginal, but it is not true art or real original character art either. Adding stuff like capes or etc. is not going to help either. Giving Naruto's character art or design different colored clothes and editing his hairdo is also a sign of lack of inspiration too. And if you still intend to make these cheap edits, then for God's sakes, don't post them to DeviantArt, because this is not fucking PhotoBucket. And here's another thing. I would rather see MS Scribbles or MS Paint Scribbles than Sonic Recolors or Sonic X Recolors any day, because they make my eyes want to bleed, basically. And excuse me if I'm repeating myself. Chalk it up to my memory sometimes. And also, sorry, do not stoop to another person's level, because recoloring image of a recolor also makes you a thief. I'm very serious. It's childish behavior like this which makes some fandoms actually want to leave the series and stuff like that. Kind of like how a person wants to leave their Flash animation and stuff like that. At least that person took the time to work on their artwork or animation instead of taking crappy recolor screenshots and stuff like that and drawing over that person's artwork. Seriously, can't you leave well enough alone? Can't you leave well enough alone? Ugh. I'm sick of this bullshit. I got nothing else to say at this point. So, yeah. I can't really think of the right words to exactly say this, but if you are doing something like this, stop. Take the time out to actually draw or do your actual Flash animation or character art, because doing stuff like that, that's not art. It's not even original. It's bullshit, basically. And if you do insist on doing something like that, then post your crap on PhotoBucket and stuff like that. Don't beg somebody to actually draw your crappy fan character for you and give them crappy names or something like that, or stupid backstories. Kind of like Chalkrex's Flash animation and stuff like that. Like giving them powers and stuff. If you don't have balance and sensibility and stuff like that, then your character is a complete and utter Mary Sue, basically. I had one Mary Sue in my Sonic OCs, which I made during the Flash animation, the Flash creator and stuff like that. And even though I haven't actually drawn any of my characters and everything like that, at least I took the time to actually work on them and everything, and someday I hope to actually draw them if I ever get better at art and everything. But yeah, basically, that's also part of my rant right there. Rant 2, basically. Recolors. Why do they need to die and why they make my eyes want to bleed? If I could actually cry real blood and everything, I'd probably be a vampire like on True Blood. But you guys get the picture and everything like that. Oh my god. Not only does this also violate that person's artwork and everything, or violate the fan base and everything, but it makes you look bad, especially if you post stuff like this on DA and someone notices it. It just amazes me how much these art thieves can get away with crap like this, and the administrators don't even do anything about it. Seriously, like the title of my video says, can't you leave well enough alone? Seeing unoriginal and cheap recolorings like this actually drive me nuts. Why can't they just draw their OCs instead of just treating original characters like they're in a coloring book? I could go on with this whole entire thing, but I think you people get the picture and everything like that. Thank you for your time, and now, here's the conclusion of this rant video. Anyway, that pretty much concludes this video and everything. If you guys want to leave a comment and everything like that, then leave a video response or a comment in the comment box below. And just because my opinion is different doesn't mean that it's wrong. I'm simply expressing myself through the power of the internet, and because I had to get this off of my chest and everything. And for the last time, I will tell you specifically, my friend chose to stop doing his Flash series because he lost interest in the main series mainly. He is moving on from his Flash series and the series to move on to other things like, well, some of his other videos like his mixes and stuff. But sadly, it was his decision to leave it behind. He did give it all and everything, and I'm happy with the way how this series turned out and everything, especially because I had a helping hand in helping with proofreading and doing some of the other videos, like adding my voice to it and everything. If you already know what that series is, then good for you, but if you don't, well, you'll have to find out on your own, cause I ain't saying what it is. Anyway, that's all I basically got to say about this rant and everything like that. I'm done ranting for the time being and everything, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. The reason why I haven't been uploading and everything is mainly because I've been busy doing research. I'm thinking about trying to go back to school and everything, like trying to go to college and everything. So if you guys can, give me a root all the way, because I'm trying my best to try and think about what courses I want to take and everything, and you know. But for now, this is Leo Hightower, signing off from YouTube with another exciting little episode of Leo's High View. I'm sorry I couldn't put in more info into this, but I added in the best I could and everything. And to my friend, I'm sorry I couldn't add in your 2 cents about it and everything. But I hope this video helped you and everything. As always, this is Leo Hightower signing off from YouTube, and as I always say, keep on gaming, gamers. Peace out.